Hey guys, it's Zolva here. Recently, a new massive update has dropped for Sonaria and it's pretty exciting. This includes a brand new developer creature and 2 new tier 5 apex predators, so keep on watching to find out more about these new creatures. Firstly, Jackson's developer creature, Nitoxon, has arrived, which can be bought like this for 400 Robux. This developer creature is a beefy boy, and he is the first to receive 2 new unique abilities. These 2 abilities are Glacier Breath and Snow Shield. The first colour palette consists of warm earthy tones, such as browns, greys and auburn reds. I of course used this to make a macaw skin. However, I think there may be a colour glitch with this creature, as it didn't save my custom colours, so bear that in mind when editing yours. As this is a developer creature, you can unlock a second colour palette by meeting the developer Jackson in a game, and this palette consists of pinky purples. I'll stick a picture up there so you can see what it looks like, it's really pretty. As mentioned before, the Nitoxon has 2 unique abilities. First one is Glacier Breath, which is a long-range attack that inflicts a lot of damage to targets. It inflicts 2 damage per second and massively slows down your opponent when hit. The second one is Snow Shield, which is an ability that creates an ice dome that provides temporary protection from attackers with a long cooldown in between each use. Despite only being a tier 4 creature, Nitoxon boasts 5000 health, 280 damage, inflicts 4 bleed per bite, and has a 40% bleed defense from other players, meaning this creature is an absolute unit. The Nitoxon overall is a tank with very unique and interesting abilities, and I'm so happy to see this creature implemented into the game. Secondly, in this update, the limited creatures have been renewed, with 2 new tier 5 creatures called Cyrodon and Gyarados being available. Each gacha spin costs 2,500 mushrooms. These 2 tier 5 creatures will only be available in the gacha for a limited time only, as this is the limited gacha and it rotates with new limited creatures every month or so. When you spin for a creature, there is a 50-50 chance of dropping. However, I spent almost 15,000 mushrooms and only got Cyrodon, so I'm very salty about that. Don't do what I did. I'd recommend using the gacha to only unlock one and then just go and buy the one that you didn't get from someone else. Instead of being stubborn like me and refusing to give up on the gachas, it'd save you a lot of mushrooms. The first new tier 5 creature is the Gyarados, who is an absolute unit. I adore this creature's design, it's so impressive and it looks mean. The Gyarados' colour palette is so good, I can make a perfect macaw with it. It is chef's kiss. I also absolutely love the animations. This creature is by far one of my absolute favourites so far, if you couldn't tell by the way I'm speaking about it. This creature is arguably overpowered, with 10 bleed, 8000 health, a fast speed, 250 damage, 13,000 weight, and an ability called Earthquake. Earthquake is an ability that emits a blast that breaks the ankles of the creatures around it and inflicts debuffs. The only other creature who has this ability at the moment is Tricolo. Although the damage output for Gyarados is only 250, the heavy weight means that this number will double to 500 damage on any creature that is half its weight. This means that anything up to low tier 4s will be easy pickings for this creature. Just a word of warning, if you're going to be using the Earthquake ability, it does halve your damage output, so please be careful when fighting and using this ability because it will make your attacks significantly weaker. With that being said, the Gyarados can easily take on most creatures. However, I did try to take on an adult Kendall as an adult Gyarados, and even though it was a very close call, I did lose. Depending on player skill, it could be anybody's win, so do with this information what you will. The second tier 5 creature is the Cyrodon, and this is an aquatic carnivorous sea serpent. The stats on this creature are insane. The Cyrodon has 7000 health, deals 280 damage and inflicts 15 bleed with each bite. If 15 bleed wasn't enough, the Cyrodon also has a brand new ability called Serrated Teeth, which halves your opponent's bleed healing rate. This debuff lasts for 40 seconds initially. However, if you're bitten by a Cyrodon again, the 40 seconds is renewed and the countdown for the debuff duration will reset to 40 seconds. Basically, this creature inflicts an insane amount of bleed and will be a game changer when the oceans of Sonaria are reworked. Other changes outside of the creatures in this update include accurate cold debuffs in the winter, the Militura is now correctly marked as a semi-aquatic creature, the underwater visibility distance has been increased so you can see better underwater, the bone break ability is less punishing, and finally, the ligament tear affects stamina instead of speed. So, which new limited creature do you prefer? Cyrodon or Gyarados? I personally prefer Gyarados because I love the design and the way that this creature moves. Please let me know what you think down in the comments below. We have a tier 5 semi-aquatic, tier 5 land creature, and a tier 5 aquatic creature. I'd love to see a tier 5 flying creature next. Anyways, I think that's all from me. As always, thank you so much for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video and found it helpful, then please leave a like and think about subscribing. Until the next video, stay safe, but most importantly, stay funky.